Hi. So I want to make a tips and trick video to go with the scanner that I've created for the bottom catcher indicator. And again, the bottom catcher indicator is meant to find reversal zones for tickers. It's best on higher time frames, but I've had people use it even on the lowest of time frames. Again, it's stronger the higher time frame, but again, I created this scan. I wanted to show you how to use it and a few tips and tricks. I've got the scan over here in one of my columns here, but I want to run it down here from the market strategy. And so I'm going to pull up the bottom catcher finder and just show you that the default is actually on a weekly time frame. We're scanning against the IWM, the Russell, so 2,000 tickers, and we're looking for any signal that's happened within the last two candles. Now we're on the current candle, and we've got extended hours chosen, but we want to look for any bottom catcher signal within the last two candles. And so we're going to do a quick scan. You can watch it over here, or you can watch it down here. And so I'm going to show you a quick tip also with this. And so we're scanning it, and you're going to see we're getting a bunch of hits. And over here, you're seeing this is just the daily change today. But over in the market scanner, there's another column that you can add that I haven't added by default, and that's the BC change percentage. So that's showing the actual change percentage of since the bottom catcher hit, what that change was. So in this particular case, I've got AMD up here, but let's go to RCAT, which is the top of the list. And we can see that the bottom catcher hit on the 17th close. So on the Friday close, we got a signal. And since that time, we're up almost 27% on this. We've got another one, RTI, or WTI, WT offshore. Again, up almost 6% since this. We've got Cal Marine Foods up 4.6%. And again, this is within the last two candles. So this is a really important column. You can't add this over in here. So I've created a way to do this in the market scanner. And this is a way to really help you find, in bulk, where you're seeing signals. Now, when you go to each one of these, you can see that the indicator will give you the result also. But in here, you can kind of go and see the quick result. Now, anytime you see a zero, that's meaning it's on the current week. So we haven't closed. This is a Thursday that I'm recording this. And so the candle hasn't closed yet, but we do have a signal. So tomorrow, Friday afternoon, when the market closes, this will be either valid or it won't be. So we'll just have to see. And then starting next week, it'll start tracking the changes from that. So another thing, you can change the number of candles you want to scan by. If you wanted to make that 4, you could easily make the change. And there we are, we're going by 4 weeks. And you can see we still got RCAT as the higher one, but we have a couple new ones here. Anytime you get a little tick on the scan, that's a new ticker from the scan as a result. So we see O new, which is almost 10% as a result. And that one, we got a signal on the 10th. You can see these are all up in here. So you can scan these from here. You can scan them from down in here. But the only place you're going to be able to look at the bulk bottom catcher change percentage since the signal is down here. Now, if you do change, and you can clone this, you can make it your own, hit the ellipsis, you can clone it, you give it a name. But the one trick and tip you got to be aware of, if you change the time frame, and you can change your own watch list. You can change to the NASDAQ, NYSE, or your own watch list. But if you want to change the time frame, you can. Let's go to the daily. And we're going to do a daily bottom clutcher within the last 4 candles. Actually, let's make this 10 candles. And let's scan the same thing. And you're going to see something that comes up here that's a little bit of an issue, but there's a good workaround. So again, over here, we're just going to see the daily change of what's in here. We don't see the bottom catcher change though in here. In order to get that, you've got to come over here to the ellipsis over here. And you've got to re-add the bottom catcher change percentage into the result. Because what happens is when you change the time frame, it falls off. So you've got to rescan it. And when we rescan it, it's going to be fine. So that's a little bit of a tip on how to use the change percentage. We can, again, sort that by the change. We can see CTGO had a pretty nice hit, 18% in the last 10 candles, and it fired in 112. Here's one that fired on the 15th, 11% here, fired on the 21st. So again, this is a great, easy way to see what's going on in the market as a whole or your own personal watch list. Again, clone it, give it your own copy. You can create your own daily, your own weekly, your own monthly. I love the monthlies. I don't get them very often, but when you do, they're pretty powerful. And I hope this video helps.